You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and Sunny Mounts, what are the gaming drag today? I'm coming back at you on a Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Grace's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. He's probably right. City folk are bound to eat it right up. Jesse's performance is as sultry as it is audacious. Sultry and audacious. Words I'd never have guessed would have applied to at least two of the McLeod sisters. Prepared to take another large gulp, only to find my glass empty. The pub owner looks on in surprise. Aye, but you're not here to talk about old Bulgare's business, are ye? Another pint? Bulgare seems to be in a talkative mood. As he refills the pint glass, I debate what, if anything, I want to share. Say, Bulgare, what can I help you with? Let me guess. Lady problems? You're a mind reader, aren't you? 'Twas your frown that gave it away. Easy to recognize when you have that woe and despair before. I dare say every young lad who's passed through here has worn that expression at least once. Bulgare breaks into a huge smile. I'm proud of you, boy. Why's that? Returned from overseas less than a month ago and already struck by Cupid's arrow. Oh, what a welcome home. I hadn't thought of it like that. You're very right. Aye, Bulgare's always right. Listen, we all need women, Malcolm. They're what makes life worth living. He leans in as if to share an important secret. But I can tell you, they sure as hell don't need us. I share in his laughter, but honestly can't tell if he's kidding. I hope to God that he is. So what exactly is the trouble? Where do I start? I really don't want to complain, but... Have you ever been the happiest you've ever been, and the most confused? Aye, once in the war I procured a bottle of the officer's whiskey. Best I ever had. I drank the whole thing at once and couldn't even find my way back to my unit. Who care? That's not quite what I mean. His boisterous laugh fills the pub. I know, lad. I'm just pulling your leg. Sounds to me like you're talking about love. Oh, I wouldn't call it that. A healthy dose of confusion and contentment. That's love, my boy. Enjoy this while it lasts. It's likely to get worse. Worse? What do you mean? The mystery, the confusion. Well, that wears off. Fret not about those problems. Just give it a wee bit of your time. The pure pleasure, that turns into something quite different. Really? How so? Bulgare places a hand on my shoulder and gives me a stern look. That's for you to find out. It's all part of the journey. You'll feel like you're escaping the real world for a good smidgen of time. Then, you'll find yourself right back in reality. It won't be as magical. Nay, it'll be even better. Just different. You'll see. You've been through this yourself. Does Bulgare Bukan look like a man who hasn't seen the glorious days of a lass's love and affection? You're making me laugh. I didn't mean it that way, Bulgare. I bet you have to fight the ladies off with a stick. Aye, with the whole caber. I've certainly been enraptured by a woman, had her cunning outwit my own, been tempted by her feminine wiles. That's the good grace of being a man, Malcolm. I snicker into my pint glass. Ooh, y'all, whatever my girl is making, it smells good. Ooh, it smells good. Oh, goodness, it smells incredible. Good grace, all right. If you're asking my advice, I say treat every day like your last. The good Lord has a plan for ye, and there's no stopping it, Malcolm. Malcolm, you of anyone should know this. He notices I finished my second ale and pours me a third without missing a beat. You're in the war long enough. You worked long days, hard hours, in every kind of field. Embrace today. Hell, embrace your woman. There's no telling what tomorrow brings. What if I'm not enough for her? So what? One day she loves you, the next she doesn't. What of it? Love her. Love her and only hope you'll get it in return. That's what old Bulgare tells all his sullen, manly patrons. Really, it's your undying advice. Malcolm, the world has enough hate and doubt. Whenever we find love, it's a true miracle. She kicks you to the curb, she spits in your face, tells you you're a scallywag. I don't think she'd do that. Then you've got yourself a keeper, a gem. I think I might. Can she cook? She likes fish. Bulgare steps back and puts his chin in his hand. What about a stew or leg of mutton? I don't think she knows how. A baker? No, not at all. Is she hefty? I can't tell if he's teasing me or trying to deduce who the woman is. No, well, a bit, not in a bad way. She's voluptuous. Bulgare nods in approval. Nice, but can she lug barrels, push a plow, stack rocks? Actually, I'd imagine so. Well, now we're talking. She sounds like a prize heifer. Oh no, she's a whole other breed. Aren't they all? Heh. Bulgaria looks off wistfully, and I'm tempted to ask what's on his mind. You look like you're speaking from experience. No, this isn't about me, lad. I think you're on the right track. Now finish your beer and go get him. Bulgaria may not have the right answer, but you won't find it, you pint. With a wink, Bulgaria picks up a tray full of empty bottles and glasses and retires to the back room. I do as I'm told, but I nurse this last drink, taking my time to mull over my feelings and his over-enthusiastic advice. Is there really any way I could be fallen in love? If I strip away the spectacle of her transformation, the urgency of our intimate rendezvous, and focus on the woman I've only just started to get to know, I really love Grace McLeod. Is this what it all feels like? Paying apart and wanting to be with someone all the time. The precious time we spend together bringing me more joy than I've ever felt. And the pain of knowing you can't be all that person needs. Another feeling interrupts my thoughts. I sense a pair of eyes on me. Effie! Definitely wanting to F Effie. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It is I who should be apologizing. Didn't even notice you come in. The alcohol has loosened my tongue. Effie's face drops, and I regret my choice of words. Oh, well, you did seem lost in thought. I felt lost quite a lot these past few days. Me too? We share a wan smile, and I pull out a chair next to me. Care to join me? A pint of ale may not help us find our way, but it'll help us forget where we were headed. She breaks into a melodic laugh, one I enjoy hearing, and instead of sitting beside me, she goes over to the piano, fingering its ivory keys silently. No, I'm not here for a drink. I just came to Stag and Nanny to check in on things. I take my glass and walk over to her through the empty establishment. Well, as you can see, it's thriving. So it would seem. Does McLeod girls really know how to captivate an audience, huh? Jessie certainly could put on a show. I didn't realize you knew the other sisters, though. No, only in passing. They seemed like good people. I nod silently, not wanting to venture down that rabbit hole. I still just return to the pub, save for the sound of clinking glass coming from the back room. You ever wonder what might have been? Effie's voice jolts me out of my thoughts. How do you mean? Like, what if that starlet here had stayed? I tried to picture the pub filled once again with the flapper and her admirers. I wonder where I would be in that crowd, if at all. It's difficult to imagine. Less difficult to imagine our alternate endings to the several close call-ins I've had in no man's land. I dare not linger on those. Suppose I don't give much thought to what ifs, no. I take what's given to me and move on. Effie's eyes follow the piano, and she speaks softly. Which for you'll no go past ye. Hearing those words from my dream again sends a shiver down my spine. Pardon? It's what my parents used to say when I was very young, I think. It was a long time ago. I wish I could better heed their words. Best not to dwell on that which has already transpired, if you can help it. If only I could take my own advice. Sometimes I can't help it, though. Nor can I. Just thinking on it, several memories come to mind unbidden. Ones that I'd rather forget. I sympathize with the poor girl. Is that what has you feeling lost? She looks at me, mortified. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trouble you with my own problems. Think nothing of it. What is a pub if not a place to commiserate? Bulgaria makes for a great counsellor, too. At least he thinks he does. Effie gives me a knowing wink and her expression softens. What about you, Malcolm? What is you feeling lost? The question catches me off guard. I sense she means the best, but I hesitate to respond because, truthfully, I'm already mentally ascending a mountain above advice from Bulgaria. In the middle of sorting out all my future is all. But you didn't want to subject me to your problems, so I won't subject you to mine. Second, y'all. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's go ahead and jump back in, shall we? Okay. Of course, as you wish. He seems to be debating whether or not to continue. Just about what we were talking about earlier, about what ifs. The face becomes quite earnest. If there's anything I've learned, Malcolm, it's this. Don't let opportunity pass you by. The perfect day never comes. You have to make every day the best it can be. At first, I take her words at face value. Wise words, yes, but still spoken by someone who doesn't know what I'm going through. But then I realize, perhaps it's more than the platitude. Perhaps I've been approaching the question all wrong. Am I in love with Grace? What if that doesn't matter right now? Why dwell on the here and now when our future together could be so bright? Or so terrifying? I can't know what the future will hold. Maybe it's out of my hands anyway. All at once, things become very muddy again. Perhaps it's time to change the subject. Good advice. You know, Bulgaria must be looking for a new starlet. There's an opportunity if I ever saw one.
What do you mean?
I mean, you should audition.
Audition? Me?
Of course. Seems like you're confident enough to take on any job. Plus, you've got a cheerful personality and a smile that'll win over any crowd. Effie's cheeks are suddenly red as poppy flowers. A woman like you can go places. Can you sing? Dance?
I don't think... I mean, I should, I've gotta go.
She darts out of the pub before I can even say goodbye. Was it something I said?
No.
It's one unexpected surprise after another. Here's someone I never expected to see at the Stag and Nanny. Marion? What are you doing here? Is everything alright? My first thought is that something must be wrong at the lock, but on a closer look, her concern seems to be directed at me.
Who are you talking to?
Her tone is abrupt. Well, am I being accused of something? A brief chat with Effie? No one, really.
No one, huh? You sounded very happy to see whoever this no one is, Malcolm. Is anyone Grace knows?
I decided to change the subject might be more effective than a defense. No, just an old friend. What brings you to the pub? Can I get you a drink? Apparently now it's Marion's turn to go on the defensive.
No, I just came to meet someone.
The exact moment. At exactly that moment, a man strides to the door and walks right up to us. Oi, Malcolm! Nice to see you on this fine day. The fishmonger.
Malcolm, you remember Douglas? Douglas Cranach?
He takes my hand and gives it a firm shake. Oh, pleasure to meet you, Dougal. Fishmonger guffaws and Marion goes white.
Goodness, no, Malcolm. That was Douglas's uncle. God rest his soul, this is Murdoch's boy.
The gears in my head turn. Douglas? Goodness, you look like... I may have 3 beers in me, but I'm well enough to stop short of saying an old mariner. You've changed. Gone as the bright-faced lad I've known in school. He only has a few years on me, but he's the spitting image of his father. Hey, a stint in the Navy will have that effect on people. For once, I'm glad I joined the army instead. I look at Marion, who is turning beet red. She has her eyes firmly attached to Cranach, who looks over to her and gives a wink. We'd love to catch up, old friend, but I've promised Miss Marion a drink, unless you've time to stay and chat.
This man's a regular lady killer. No, Malcolm was just telling me he was headed down to the lock.
I was? So much to process, but I play along. Ah, yes. Perhaps another time. Please excuse me, I should be on my way. A stormy aspect sweeps in over Douglas's hidden features. If you be headed to the lock, best be on your toes, lad. A foul beast scours the waves these days. Mary and I exchange urgent looks. Sounds like the stuff of pure fantasy to me. You may find it hard to believe, but as a man of the sea, mark my word, 'tis true. The blasted imp even stole my boat just yesterday. Eh? Your rowboat? Whatever would a creature of the sea need with a boat? Are you sure someone from town didn't just borrow it? I hope Grace appreciates what I do for her, even I suspect she doesn't. I know not, but I feel it in me bones, Malcolm. And I swear upon me uncle's grave I will catch the beast. Marion speaks up to change the subject.
If it weren't for your missing boat, we'd not have gotten to know each other at the quilting club yesterday. Isn't that right, Douglas?
This keeps getting more interesting all the time. Really now, you quilt? Nay, but they had me at all the hard currant cordial you can drink. And the rest of town as well. Nary a soul set foot in here for their daily libation yesterday. Bulgaria hurries out from the back room and begins setting a table. But I'll let you two make it up to me by buying my top shelf liquors today. Come on, you lovebirds, sit and be merry. And both Marion and Douglas are blushing. The fishmonger taps his hat. Malcolm. My mouth hangs open as I watch the two walk to a corner booth, hand in hand. A moment passes and Marion turns to run back to me, leaving Douglas sitting alone.
Malcolm!
She stops to look around us and lowers her voice.
I spoke with Grace. I'm trying to figure things out with her. Trying to push away my fears. The fishmonger.
She suddenly points back at Douglas, who peruses Bulgaria's drink menu.
It's all for my sister. Well, mostly. He offered me any leftover catch.
I smile, knowing a half-truth when I hear one. I seriously can't refrain from giving her my own inquisition. I hate to meddle, but you and Douglas.
You really are your grandmother's grandson, aren't you?
She rolls her eyes, but seems very eager to talk about her new friend. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon and YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!